Hey everyone, I'm Steve. I'm an astrologer, and this video is going to explain the 12 signs and how the 12 signs will teach you how to interpret an astrological chart. And in the coming videos, I'll get more definitive and we'll go over charts and that kind of thing. This would be the video that gives you just a basic understanding of each sign, house, and planet. We're going to start with Aries. Most people know the meanings of the signs, but Aries is that sign that tells us about someone who is assertive, aggressive, outgoing, energetic, competitive in sports. That's Aries. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars, and it also relates to the first house. So I'll bring up an astrological chart here. I just chose a random actor, Leonardo DiCaprio. You can see the planets are on the outside of the ring here of this chart. But what's important is each planet is in a certain sign. You can see Uranus here in Libra, and each planet is in a certain house. And this is what we do in terms of interpreting astrological charts. So that's just an example so you can see what we're going to be doing in the future. The next sign is Taurus. Taurus is the materialistic sign. It's all about materialism. When you leave your house and you go shopping for anything, that's Taurus. Everything in your house that's material, your refrigerator, your car, everything is, under the sign of Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and it also relates to the second house. It's also going to tell us about a person's income, how much money they typically would make, not down to the dollar or anything, but in general, based on what country they live in and that kind of thing. So it's kind of relative. Next is the sign of Gemini. Gemini represents our basic intelligence. It's going to tell us about our ability to speak the language, our vocabulary, our ability to put words together in a sentence to convey meaning. And it's also our basic math skills, just all that basic stuff you got to know in order to get through life. Gemini is also getting in your car, making short trips, all the little errands you got to do, picking up kids, the soccer mom, and that kind of thing. That's Gemini. Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury, and it also relates to the third house. Cancer. Cancer is all about the family. So when we come into the world, Cancer is going to tell us about our parents. It's going to tell us about our childhood. Whether it was great or difficult will depend on Cancer, the moon, and the fourth house, as you can see here. And then moving on, Leo. Leo is our social network. It's all those people we go out and find who are like us. We bring them into our life. Leo is all about giving us happiness by being included into a group of people who are like-minded. So Leo is all about conformity and getting along with people and all that. All of the social media, Twitter or X, Facebook, all the time that we spend connecting with people and social networking. That's Leo. And Leo is ruled by the sun in our chart as well as the fifth house. Moving on, Virgo. Virgo is all about problem solving. And in our ability to problem solve, we have to analyze everything. For that reason, Virgo rules the workplace. So employees, employers, co-workers, everything inside the workplace is Virgo. And then Virgo is ruled by, in my opinion, the dwarf planet Ceres, which is in the asteroid belt. Not a lot of astrologers out there are going to agree with this, and I understand that, but that's my belief, and I'm going to prove that once we get into the charts. Next is the sign of Libra. Libra is all about marriage and partnership. If Mars was about being assertive and independent and aggressive, Libra is the complete opposite of that. It is our ability to compromise and get along with people and bring about harmony by that compromise. So if someone's been, divorced many times, or someone's been married, 50 years, it's going to show up in either the sign of Libra, the seventh house, or this planet that I'm calling Compania. I talked about this in my last video, but Compania is a planet that I believe is at 20 degrees of Cancer. It's in everyone's chart at 20 degrees of Cancer. Don't, you can watch the video I've already made about this, but that's what I believe, and I will explain more when we talk about the sign of Libra. Moving on, Scorpio. Scorpio is all about personal power. It's all about how you treat people. Strong Scorpios tend to have the ability to persuade people. Politicians can be very strong Scorpios because they have the ability to get people to agree with them. In its worst case scenario, Scorpio tends to be overly controlling. If you think about a parent who's overly controlling and that kind of thing, where you're constantly telling children what to do and that's the worst side of Scorpio. But Scorpio is ruled by a planet that I'm calling Vader, after the Star Wars character. If you think about how powerful Darth Vader was or is, Vader, I believe, is at 1 degree of Pisces. And then Scorpio is also related to the 8th house. So we go to the next sign, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about the higher mind. It's all about learning. So if Mercury was our basic intelligence, Sagittarius is everything we learn that goes beyond basic intelligence. It's all those specific subjects we have interest in. So things like, think about a politician and all the different political issues they have to know about and be able to defend. So they have to have a really good understanding of all the different issues. The college professor is also religion. All those subjects that we would say we have strong beliefs in, that's Sagittarius. And it's ruled by the planet Jupiter, and it also relates to the 9th house. Capricorn is all about career. It's all about taking on responsibility and being a leader. And you can see here, Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn, and it relates to the 10th house. Aquarius is all about us going out and belonging to groups that we want to learn something from. So if you think about joining a political party or something because you want to learn more, because Leo was bringing in individuals who we can identify with and agree with, Aquarius is the opposite. It's going out and finding people that are very different from us, and it could be a friend or it could be a group, but it's all about change. Aquarius is all about truth. It's all about finding truth. For this reason, it rules science and how to get to the bottom of issues and that kind of thing. Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus, and it is also related to the 11th house. And lastly is Pisces. Pisces is all about spirituality and creativity. So if you think about actors and musicians and all those people out there who are doing something highly creative, that's Pisces. The person who sits and meditates, psychics, for example, fall under Pisces, and that kind of thing. But Pisces is ruled by the planet Neptune, and it relates to the 12th house. And again, in the future, we are going to go and interpret birth charts, and I'll explain how I'm able to look at planets and houses and signs and determine who someone is based on where their planets were, where they were when they were born. Okay, so we'll see you next time.